And she told me that for her, the only time she'd get intimate is when she got married. I was like, what? She's not. It wasn't elegant. It was too much, man. And I'm so sick of love songs, so tired of tears, so done with wishing you are still here. Said I'm so sick of love songs, so sad and slow. So why can't I turn off the damn radio? Damn. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Dennis Uhuru. Welcome here in Umoja. It's a very cloudy morning in Umoja, and today's video is going to be a bit strange but interesting too. Now, there's an 11-year-old that watches my videos. He commented on the last video saying, I'm 11 years old and I enjoy your videos. I think he calls himself Jago Football. So Jago, if you're watching this one, I'll ask you that you skip this one, watch the next. The next is going to be for everybody. The next is going to be more age appropriate, I promise. Don't worry about this one. Alright, let me get into the subject of this video. I'm looking for a girlfriend. I'll say this. You see, the thing about YouTube is YouTube feeds me and YouTube pays my rent. YouTube has made it possible for me to stay in Nairobi. And that is why I decided to do this video, because you see, unlike so many other men in my position, single men who are looking to date, I at least have a platform I can use to reach some ladies, hopefully single ladies also, who are looking to date. So that is why I felt the need to do this video. But before all that, let's talk about how we got here. In February of this year, I met a beautiful girl. For the sake of this video, I will call her Mary, though that's not her real name. Mary was a wonderful girl, beautiful, nice to be around, easy to talk to. I met her on 7th of February 2024, and we began talking, and I remember the date specifically because a week later was 14th of February, which was Valentine's Day, right? And so on Valentine's Day, I think I took her out on a picnic and we had a good time, and we continued talking for a bit. But the thing about Mary is that she didn't want any intimacy, and in those initial days I thought, well, maybe she's just taking her time to get to know me and all that, which is fine. The most intimate we'd ever gotten was a hug. We shared an hug or two. And at some point she came over and spent the night in my house and nothing happened. I mean, she didn't want anything to happen, and I'm no rapist, so I respected that. And I remember in the following morning, the mamambogas and the women that had shops around where I used to stay looked at me with a lot of respect in their eyes, as if I'd had a very good night, but nothing had happened. Nothing had happened. So I decided to talk to Mary about this position that she had adopted. And she told me that for her, the only time she'd get intimate past hugging is when she got married. So everything else after hugging for her would happen after marriage. I was like, what? And so we continued talking. I thought that maybe she was just, saying this, but after some time I would be able to bridge the gap, and maybe she would meet me in the middle at some point. Maybe her position would change. But after a few weeks of talking about that and arguing about it a bit, her position didn't change, and I remember at some point I asked her, are you a virgin? And she said she was not a virgin. And then I asked her, why are you adopting this position? And she said it was a religious thing. Okay. Now, I'm about to say something controversial. I don't purport to be the wisest person in the world. So you can disagree with me if you like, ladies. But I feel like if you're not a virgin, if you've had multiple sexual partners in the past, I think you've given up your license to say something like that. How would I feel if on my wedding night I'm having intimate relations with my wife for the first time, knowing full well that she's had multiple intimate relations before? I'd not feel so good. Now, what you can do is you can say, let me get to know this guy, so that I'm sure he's not about just a fling or maybe a one-night stand or something like that. That you can do. That is within your rights. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. That was my first attempt at a relationship this year. It didn't work out. And so me and Mary went our separate ways. I still think of her fondly, and I respect her decision. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, and I wish her well. My next attempt at a relationship was with a girl called Valentine. So that's not her real name either. So I met Valentine, a very beautiful, curvaceous girl, you know. Well, the thing about Valentine is when I met her, I think she told me that she was job hunting, she didn't have a job. And I told her, well, just keep looking. Maybe I can help you look at your CV and we can do a few job applications, see if your fortune changes. But I know that if you keep looking, you'll get a job, you know. I mean, that was all I could do. It's not like I have any jobs to give to anybody. Yeah, so we continued talking, and one time we were sat together talking, and she received a phone call from somebody that wanted to give her a job, because I could overhear the conversation. And that person asked her, are you available for an interview at 8? And I thought it was 8 in the morning of the following day, but it was actually 8 p.m. of that same day. And I was like, which interview is this that is done at 8 p.m? And over the phone, I had the guy ask her, because it was a guy on the phone on the other side, ask her if she could dance. And she said she's not very good, but she will try. And then I just let it go. I didn't really want to interrogate her about it. And so, after about a week or two, we kept talking, and after about a week or two, she asked me about the reason why I wasn't dating, and I told her I've not had luck with girls up to this point. And I asked her why she wasn't dating, and she told me that she was a dancer at a club called Club Bavon or something. And for those of you that don't know, and up to that point I didn't even know what Club Bavon was, and I was like, is that a hotel or in town or something? And she told me it was a strip club. And so turns out Valentine is a strip dancer. And I don't know, I mean, people are desperate in Nairobi. There are no jobs, and people are doing everything they can do to put food on the table. And so I can't judge her to that extent, but I just don't feel comfortable dating a stripper, because I'm like, I mean, other guys at the Club Bavon in this case, see her naked every other time. And of course, the reason she's working in that place is because she's broke. And so the incentive is money. And there are guys that will come to the club with money, and they will want something more once they see her naked. And so that is the reason that we couldn't date. We couldn't go forward with Valentine. Yeah. I went on Tinder. I made a video about that, but I very quickly discovered that Tinder is not a place to find somebody to date. Tinder is a business, and the business of Tinder is to keep people on Tinder. They don't want people to find love on Tinder and leave the platform, because then the business model will fail. Tinder is very materialistic, so guys who have money to throw around will win on Tinder, but even for them, they'll struggle to find love. Quickly left Tinder after that. When I moved to Rongai, to Umoja, where I currently stay, this is my 3rd month in Umoja. After about a week of living in this place, I went to a local restaurant to get a glass of juice, and I saw this girl working as a waiter in that restaurant. She was very beautiful. I decided to approach her, said hi, talked to her for a bit, asked her for her number, and she said she would not give it to me because it was the first time we were meeting, but because we were strangers, if we met next time, she'd give it to me. And I was like, that's okay. I left, and I went to the restaurant after some time. She still didn't give me the number. I think the 3rd time she gave me a number, and we started talking. And I went to the restaurant a few times, wrote her notes, took some sweets to her sometimes, some fruits, things like that. You know, just to let her know that she was on my mind and I was thinking about her and I like her and everything. Yeah, so after about a month, I asked her what she was thinking, and she said she needed some time. And I was like, what? After about a week and a half, that was yesterday, I went to the restaurant and saw her, talked to her, laughed for a bit, asked her if she was still thinking, and she told me she'd give me her answer yesterday after the shift. She didn't do that, but she gave me an answer today. That has been my situation up to this point, and I guess I'm a bit desperate at the moment. So now let's talk about what I'm looking for in a girlfriend. Of course, the first thing I'm looking for in a girl is, of course, a beautiful girl. A beautiful girl. And if you want to be more specific about that, the beautiful girl I'd be happy being with is a girl that's not skinny, because I'm already skinny for the both of us, and a girl that's not fat. I have nothing against fat people. I just would not be happy with a girl that is fat. I'll just leave it at that. All right. The second thing is the girl I'd be happy to date is a girl who knows how to communicate, you know, talk on the phone. I don't know why people don't want to talk on the phone these days. People would rather chat on WhatsApp, and I'm like, we're losing our ability to talk. Let's talk on the phone at least once every 2 or 3 days. I mean, that's not too bad, is it? Yeah, and then communication skills should be good. I mean, if you are feeling something, say something. If I call you and you don't pick up, you're busy, all right, you'll call me later, tell me I wasn't able to take your call, but yeah, now I'm here, let's talk. I mean, communication is very important. Actually, communication is the most important thing, because every other thing, intimacy and beauty, fade over time, but communication remains. So that's the second thing. The third thing, the girl has to be between the ages of 20 and 25. I want to date a girl who is 5 years younger than me or more, and I'm 30. The other thing is you should be sweet. Not sweet in the way you guys are thinking. Of course, that is also important, but the sweet I'm talking about is caring, you know, someone with a genteel spirit, a calm person, you know, because the world is very complicated and difficult and tragic. So, you know, if you are too you know, it would be very difficult, because I'm a soft-spoken, calm person. The other thing is don't snore at night. I have tried dating a girl who snored at one time, and I could not put up with it. I mean, she snored like a vehicle that is stuck in a ditch or something. She's not. It wasn't elegant. It was too much, man. And the last thing is, I'd really love it if the girl I was dating has read a book or two. You don't have to be a professor don't have to have read 1,000 novels, but at least if you've read a book or two and you know, it really builds up your communication skills, you can speak good English. It's a good thing, you know. But I don't mean academic books, you know, I mean like literature, storybooks, novels, things like that. That's the girl I'm looking for. This is how you reach me. Reach me on IG. IG, because you already have me at a disadvantage. You see, the thing is, you've already seen how I look like, you've seen where I stay, you know so much about me. I know nothing about you. So the least you could do is DM me on IG so that before I reply I can look at a few of your pictures and see if I like you, at least from that aspect. Of course, I know there's more to a person than their physical beauty, but attraction starts from somewhere, right? So DM me on IG. If you're not on IG, you can reach me on my website. I have a contact page on my website. But again, once you reach me on my website and share your contact, we can talk on WhatsApp and you share a few pictures of you. I mean, is that too much to ask? I don't think it is. I mean, I just want to see how you look like. That's not a bad thing. All right. So that's how you reach me. Yeah, that's been that for today. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be seeing you in the next.